Great rise and beautiful beings. This is RevereSkye'sEssence. I'm going to tell y'all something. I like wireframes, but you have to lift one arm up to lower that side, and you have to bring one arm down to raise that side. That's right. You got to bend it down so it'll raise the glasses. And if you need to lower one side because it's doing some shit like that, you got to bring it up so it'll lower. It's weird. But wearing wireframes my whole life, I kind of pretty much know how to do it. But we're going to before I get started, this song keep playing. I don't know if I listen to somebody else's video saying it, but it's like, boy, you should know that, you know, the old school song, I got you on my mind, a secret admirer. Okay, boom. First of all, I don't need no secret admirer approaching me because, first of all, you've been fantasizing and you've been watching me for too motherfucking long. So you ain't gonna come in as if you trying to know me. You coming in as if you already know me, and that's an issue. So that means while I'll be trying to grow to get to know you, you'll be done super analyze me thinking you know me. Okay, I gotta fix that little dent or put a sticker right there or something. It's a little dent right there. But let's talk for a minute. Why do you feel like people with money and in power, why do you feel like they don't acknowledge you? Or when you walk in the room, they turn their shoulder? There's a reason why things are invite only. Once you realize the neurological system of clans, cults, groups, you will realize that everybody got different hardware, different software. People are tethered different by source. Your source ain't what these people in power source is. Remember, the people in power with all the money and all the wealth and all the resources have a different source. Their intel, their intellect, it receives data and send back data to their source. That's why when they bring somebody to their group, let's say like the Real Society, you have to go through the Real Society, which is the parasitic worm, lizard, whatever, that goes into the eye and takes over your pineal gland, where your soul dies and its souls emerge, right? Now, let's say you walk into the room. You're a Lilith. You're a nobody to these people. You're like cattle. But somehow you got to this party or you got to this backstage event and you walk in the room, nobody want to talk to you. They shake your hand, then they walk away. First of all, you didn't get invited to the circle. Second of all, that's a different type of entity whose hand you just shook, and they could see your whole celestial clock. They could see your whole celestial body tethered to you. They know your power status. So let's say you're a Lilith Scorpio. You may not have access to your Lilith powers. You may not have access wholeheartedly 100% to that Scorpion energy. But imagine this big gray shadow behind me that's shaped like a scorpion with this tail up like this. Okay, just like some movie. So with this tail up like this, you're walking into the room and it's this shadow walking with you, protecting you, your Lilith. And you're in a room with a lot of people with money, power, in smaller circles, right? And the only time they're in bigger circles is when certain people, their scouts, are introducing people to come into their circle, right? So you're walking in the room, your Lilith, your Scorpion Lilith is right there with you to protect you. And they can see it. These entities from another planet, from another parallel universe, from another source can see you coming. They dumbed our bodies down so we can't see who we are. We only can have experiences and overwhelming sensations where you want to say, oh my God, I feel like this. I feel like this. This is my traits. That's my traits. When these rich, wealthy people, when you're around them, they know exactly who you are, what you are. And their scouts and minions may be by the millions. Their colony may be by the millions. That's why when you go somewhere and there's a bunch of people talking in a room with a conversation, and you may just say a few words, but they act like they don't understand you, they're not going to feed your source. They're not going to feed your energy. That's why when they bring you into their group and they bring you into their society, there's always some type of ritual, some type of sacrifice, some type of humiliation. They're all rituals, but some type of initiation. There's some type of initiation. So let's say you sell your soul, but they're not ready for you yet. You got to go through trials and tribulations with them. But there's a certain circle they want you at now, but your soul has to die out. Your conscious and awareness, your third eye has to die out and allow their software, hardware, technology to override you so you can be into their society. What they gonna let my God walk into their circle and see what they doing? No. They're gonna put the little worm, the little vril, let it slither into your brain, however it works, or whatever technology they got, whatever chip they got. And they're gonna disconnect your soul from your third eye. And they're going to put their technology in you, whether that be parasitic or technology, some form of they're all technology. You think because it's flesh and blood, it's not technology? It's fucking technology, man. Now, and so what that does, that disconnect your oversoul. So now you might be at an upper level, smaller circle, different private organizations, different private groups, but you had to surrender and detach from your oversoul because they don't want your oversoul having the ups on the new agenda, the new plan. Now you have no control of your vessel. There's a new entity, a new type of soul, a new type of parasitic entity soul in your body. It's like saying, oh, I'm powerful now. Consciously, you might still have some conscious and aware that you have a new trait, a new power. But something else is driving that ship. Your soul is now walking around soulless, bodiless, disconnected, not tethered. And sometimes it might be still there, but the frequency is jammed. Their technology is jamming the frequency so that you can't send back information to your source. Remember, when you're born, you're tethered to a certain source, a certain God, a certain creation, a certain database, a certain frequency, okay? A certain galactic family, a certain cosmic family. And then to move up the ladder in these societies, you are going to have to start using their technology, their concepts, their parasitic entities. And really what they're going to do, they're going to body snatch you. You're going to body swap. Okay? So it's good to know your Lilith and your power. So like I'm Lilith, my Lilith is in Leo. I radiate, I glow. Okay? And even if I'm not trying to access that power wholeheartedly, it's just in my nature. There's nothing I can do about it. I can dim that light though. I can figure out ways to say, dim the light. You don't want to be seen. But you got to understand, they got millions of their minions. They got millions of their scouts that have already been infiltrated with their parasitic technology. They can see you a mile away. They can see you coming. They can see you laying in your house and your whole house glowing. They know when you home. You ain't got to have no lights on in the house or nothing. Remember, these entities can see your supernatural powers when you can't. That's why they dumb your body down. They corrupt your kernels in your body so that you can't access that junk DNA, so that all of that celestial body around you cannot absorb within the body wholeheartedly. That's why they say reprogram your DNA, do meditation, do yoga, do fasting, cleanse, so that you can start rewiring your body to tap into your celestial body, your celestial clock. They know exactly who you are when you walk into the room. Absolutely. So there's a reason why they embed their nanoparticles. They embed their technology in us. They suppress our traits because they can see who we are. Imagine a Lilith in Taurus walking into the room. They know who this motherfucker is, and they never want you to access that power. They would rather allow their entity to slide in you, or their technology to override you, and then utilize the power under supervision. But they don't want you to do it. So you're wondering why you walk into the room. First of all, are you willing to get down with the get down? Because they're not going to allow your source energy to get any information or intel on what they're doing. You're going to have to take some type of chip technology, some type of parasitic entity technology. You're going to have to do something. You're not going to be able to enter these parties like blood oaths. You're going to have to do something that will slow you down if you decide to or if that shit get back to your source and source power God get 1 up, 3 ups on these people. And then you know how they say the all and be knowing and all this and that. Shit, that shit in everybody. But if they don't want that shit in their coven, if they don't want that shit in their coven, their tunnel or their cave or whatever, if they don't want that shit up there on the spaceship, they don't want nobody to know what's going on. If they don't want that shit going down in the basement, if you ain't one of them, through some type of oath, through some type of sacrifice, through some type of parasitic entity, through some type of bloodline, all that shit is information, data. That's computer. That's technology. They not gonna acknowledge you. They gonna speak to you, say hey, and go on about their business. You need to really understand what house you're Lilith in, what sign you're Lilith in, and understand the powers that you have, and understand and meditate, yoga, cleansing, detox, discipline, no music, no cell phones, everything. Go a few hours without it. Try. Well, anyway, I thought I'll just let y'all know why you've got close to certain situations where you can actually prosper. I'm going to tell you something right now. There are billionaires and millionaires that do not have access to these circles. Okay? They're just ordinary people that connected to their source. They have not been disconnected from their source. They have not agreed. See, public money on their platforms have to go by them. I can't help but use Kevin Samuels as an example. Kevin Samuels blew up real fast. 3 million subscribers, he blew up real fast. They was dropping $10,000 and $20,000 in his super chat on one night. You understand? The man had so much power. Trust me, somebody came to him, tried to get him to get down with the get down. They knew they needed him to do something so horrific They needed him to do something so horrific to have control of him. See, if you make this type of money, but you're not a role model or influencer, you can't sway people left or right, they not studying you. They know that your power for money is different. You're not influencing people to change, to grow, to be a better people. This man, on the other hand, I'm sure somebody came to him and they gave him a certain time to do something very horrific that they can hold over his head because he was so powerful. That's scenario one. And if not, they unalive you. The second thing was, it was just a test run. Meaning, he showed up out the blue, he left out the blue. And I feel like he just body swapped. He body swapped and went into another vessel. He was just showing like, oh yeah, they still hungry for information. I'm about to show you. I'm about to be messy with this shit and everything. And they body swapped. Energetically, he went somewhere else. Maybe they'll come out with a TV show a year from now with the same tactics. But why would they come out with the same tactics? Because he was showing melanated people and people in relationships how to stick together, how to compromise. Even though it didn't all seem right, he was doing what he had to do. Well, people, beautiful kings and queens out there, goddesses and gods, okay? Just know that there's technology out here, whether you want it or not, already being embedded in your psyche, body, bloodstream, and everything. And they're trying to disconnect you from your essence, your source. And some of these rooms, you wondering, dang, I just came up on $5 million, but I can't talk to so-and-so, or I can't talk to so-and-so. These policies are invite only. And even when they're invite only, you have to be initiated and humiliated to a certain degree. There's some oath and order to this shit. And if you want to speak to certain people and have contact with certain people, you might have to do the parasitic way. And then you will lose your soul. See, signing the oath is just setting a timeline for you. Pledging to an oath is just setting a timeline. But when you start moving up the ladder, you still got your soul. They're going to let your soul make money. They allow you to have access to the money because it's public. It's on their platform. But when you start moving up to inner circles, private, for agendas, you know how they say the power couple. I don't even like saying their name, but the power couple, they influence where they go from country and they show their appearance because that's to let the motherfucker know that sent them, that we here, we sent the message, we hand him the folded up piece of paper, whatever, okay? To get in those rooms, there's some type of parasitic infiltration going on. And you're not who you are no more. There's something else using your image. So you have to figure out what horrific humiliation you're willing to do to get in these circles. Are you willing to turn your back on God, source, energy, creation, most high? Or because it's definitely fame. Like you can have money, but money, no, you can have fame and you can have fortune. Fortune is like, it's out of the blue, fortune. But to have money and have a platform that's growing, they're coming to see you. But if you make that money in private and you just see a few articles about your Fortune 500 company, your oil well, or this or that, or your yacht company, every now and then, that's fine. But 9 out of 10, they in some type of oath or something too. How you think these people know to come spend their money with these people? These parasites, this infiltrated technology is real. The butterfly is real. Yeah, the butterfly is real. So I'm going to leave it there. So if you're wondering why you can't contact these people, first of all, you haven't been initiated. You have not been sent an invite. You have no business showing up. You have to be invited. You have to know somebody. And they can see your celestial clock. They can see your celestial body on you. They can see your natal chart. They can see it because they are a different type of entity. And how can they stay 100 and 300 years more advanced than you if they can't see who you are? See, they dumbed your body down and you're not willing to upgrade your body. You're not willing to put in the work and the discipline to upgrade your body so you can see who the fuck they are. And trust me, they have to identify themselves when they're in your presence. They can't help themselves. They have to let you know who they are. But see, what's the name of that? Grim. You're not using your grim senses. You're not using your grim status. Everybody can't be a grim. Okay? Motherfucker be talking to you and you see a whole nother entity show up. That part. But they gonna let you know who they are when they come and talk to you. How you doing today, lady? They gonna tell you some shit about you and they a stranger. Oh, okay. And then they're gonna give you that signal. And you can be like, oh, okay. And you might sit in whole conversations with them. And they're gonna ask you questions just to see if you're gonna lie to them. They already got the answer. They just want to see if you're gonna lie, if you're gonna entertain their bullshit. But they will never invite you into their circle. None of that. And then they got their lower level ones. I mean, let's say a white guy, you at a pier. Let's say you're at a pier, you with a white guy, or you're at a pier drinking at a bar. Very nice, upscale place. White guy show up. He starts talking to you. He come along. He starts talking to you. He want to buy you drinks. He might even want to buy you some starters or something. And y'all are holding conversation for hours. Now, this guy seemed like he want to get to know you, get your number and everything. But no, they actually let the ones that are a little disconnected from who they are mingle with you. Mingle with you. Feel you out. Because what they're doing, they're letting the lower level ones feel you out to see are you ready to be with the motherfucker they really got planned for you. But just be careful. Be careful, okay? Motherfuckers got dreams. Have you ever seen a motherfucker trying to figure out how to spend your money? Just like you got motherfuckers out here trying to figure out how to spend your energy. How they gonna make your energy work for them and they tribe and their, not they tribe, but their colony. Okay? You got people out here trying to figure out how they're going to make your energy work for their colony, their group, their alien technology, their family. That's right. But you have to be compromising too. You have to be compromising too. And you have to be willing to remove yourself from your source energy because they don't want you sending intelligence. Remember, you have an intelligence too that you was born with, your God-given rights. So they do not want that intelligence sending information back. So let's say you want to have a child with them. They might start doping you up so that the child can actually come through. They might put some type of spell or seance magic. They probably do some type of incantation over you and you don't know it. Because it's all in their order. Remember, they can see things you can't. And you might have the child, you may never felt doped up or anything, but you was under some type of spell, hypnosis. and you just don't know it. Okay? You see a lot of biracial couples out here doing what they do, but believe me, if you're a shiny one, they got to find a way to dim your light a little bit just so they could be around you. Because these two energies don't merge. They have to be altered to merge. They definitely going to have to alter your energy to merge you with their technology and hardware. Okay? So I'm going to leave it there. Just know it's not your fault that you done came up on millions and now you trying to connect with motherfuckers and make plays. No, you trying to connect with motherfuckers and make plays in the fame and fortune world. You're not trying to connect with motherfuckers and make plays with motherfuckers that's out here doing the damn thing, got the resources, got the power, where you want to invest. It's a difference, okay? It's a difference. And remember, dealing with social media, that's what you're dealing with. You're dealing with people that want to be introduced to other fame and fortune people that are on these platforms, okay? So there we have it. Unearth the magic. The truth will definitely set you free.